Hello, 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 beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. I know that this weekly live Q&A is early. I normally am never this early. However, I have an appointment or a series of appointments this evening. And so it was either now or we was going to wait till next week. And I know how much you guys enjoy listening. I know how much you guys appreciate the free advice that I offer every week here. And so I figured better safe than sorry. Let me just suck it up and do it early and hope that as many people as possible can join us. So, who am I and what are we doing? My name is Alison. I am a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve. Every Wednesday, normally around 5, but again, like I said, I have an appointment or a series of appointments, and I was not doing 7 o'clock. I love y'all, but 7 o'clock is my cutoff. Wednesdays, 5-ish, today, 1 p.m. Eastern-ish, we do this live Q&A. How does it work? So in my stories, I place this green story. This is what it looks like. Every single week, I put it in my stories, right? Oh gosh, I just realized I did not go on Do Not Disturb, and I really hope that nobody calls me in the next hour. I just saw my good friend Marlon Slack join, and he made that mistake one time. Cut me off, and I'm like, oh well, we gonna hope for the best. Anywho, I put that green story in every week. In the box, inside of the box. What box? This box that I point down to. I need you guys to put your questions inside of the box. I had an onslaught of people DMing me questions this week. It happens every week, but especially this week, and maybe it's because folks are new and it's A-okay. However, please follow the instructions. Inside of the box is where you're going to put your question. If your question is not fit in the box, you need to make it happen, make it fit, right? Or you need to book a full-on session because there's so many details I need to know that you really just can't summarize it. It needs to be in the box so that I can swipe up on the story and find all the questions. If you DM me the questions, then they're going to be mixed in with a whole bunch of other DMs. I'm not going to be able to find it. So please, 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 how it works, I put this green story every single week, and it says, drop your questions here. You have to put the questions in the box so that I can find it. Let us get into it. Welcome, Kimberly. Welcome, Dimples. I love Dimples. I wish I always had. That's one thing I got this little stupid one right here, but I want the full-on stuff. Hello, Jordan. Welcome. I hope it's Jordan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Jess the Glamazon. I love that. That's a really lovely name. Hello, everyone who is joining. We have Lisa. We have Mike. We have Florida Homes 305. Sincerely, Abby. Hello, Preston. Welcome. Is that Princess? I think I got that. Princess. Kiba, the makeup artist. How are you? How are things? Life with Shasta. I think I got that. Hi, Tay. How's everybody? How's everybody? Okay. I know y'all see the mess. This is the making of a baby's room, and y'all gonna forgive me, and it's all right. Okay. So let us get into the questioning. Hi, Kadeem. How are you? Okay. So, first question. And the first question already starts a little bit rough. All right. I think this is, I'm a Libra, guy's a Pisces. I think that's the Pisces sign. Want to remain BFFs after trying romantically, but he's emotional. Should I leave? I'm a Libra, guy is a Pisces, wants to remain BFFs after trying romantically, but he's emotional. Should I leave? Okay. And the reason why I say that this is problematic already, right? Like we're already starting rough, is because even though I am a Libra and I am a tried and true Libra, and I like talking about astrology, that should not be the lead on what decisions we make when we're dating. I don't like Virgos and Scorpios, and it is the individual, okay? The individual based on their experience, based on their potential traumas, based on nature or nurture. It is not going to be that someone's birthday is September 27th, and as a result of their birthday being September 27th, now they're this miraculous, amazing human being who you will get along with so well. But because their birthday is April 3rd, then they won't be like, If it were that easy, then all we would do is look at astrology and make all of our decisions based on that. I'm going to take the job because the boss is a Virgo. I'm not going to take the job because the person's a Sagittarius. Like, and again, I like talking about astrology. I think there is some validity and there are some behaviors that are in alignment specifically for signs. But the fact that we're leading with this makes me concerned that we're too invested in things that don't matter. Make sense? So let's skip the fact that you are an amazing Libra and Libra's the best sign, right? And let's skip the fact that I think that's the Pisces sign. Oh no, maybe that's Gemini. I don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. Let's get to the nuts and bolts. You guys decided that you wanted to be friends after trying something romantically. He seems that he's too emotional. It seems as though he cannot function in a friendship. And so as a result, you need to end it. End the friendship. First of all, I can tell you, I guess it's now second of all, I can tell you that I'm not even confident that most people can transition successfully from a romantic relationship to a friendship in the first place. I don't even think that's practical, right? But if one wants to try, good luck, Chuck. I don't know why. I'm sure you have enough friends in your life. You can go ahead and try. He clearly is not in a position to separate his once romantic feelings and now only be friends. So yes, you do need to end this 100%. And this person is not in an emotional position to be your friend, which is okay. There's no judgment there. Most people are not. Yeah, stop it. Move on. You don't need this person as your friend. Okay? I'm a single mom. I took 3 years to myself and now I want a husband. What do I do? I'm a single mom. I took 3 years to myself and now I want a husband. What do I do? So my hour and a half answer is click the link in my bio. Click on the first training, The Partner You Deserve. Is absolutely free. It's an hour and a half and it gives you all the steps on first how to navigate dating. And I'm sure that this is not on purpose. This is like a Freudian slip where she goes from, I took 3 years off to work on me, my family. Now I want a husband. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. And it's okay. I'm sure this is a Freudian slip of, I want to get to the end result. We are not going to be 5'2", 180 pounds and say, how can I get abs? Right? Like I'm just throwing out my weight and my height right now. I'm 9 months pregnant, y'all. Pray for me. Right? Like that's just not practical. So it's going to be, how can I burn calories? How can I lose the baby weight? Right? Like we need to get rid of the fat first before we get to the abs. I'm not getting abs anytime soon. I need to put in the work to even shed the fat that's on top of the ab muscles. We're not getting to the husband immediately unless it's an arranged marriage. So the question isn't, now I want a husband, what do I do? The question is, how do I navigate dating successfully so that I can find the right partner, which leads to a healthy, fulfilling marriage? These are the steps, y'all. And many times we want to skip those steps and it's impractical and it's not going to happen. So the question isn't, I want a husband now, what do I do? The question is, how do I navigate dating successfully? How do I position myself to be found? Because women love the be found. How do I position myself to be found by the right person? And then we can take the appropriate steps. The quick answer is, click the link in my bio. There's an hour and a half on how to navigate dating successfully so that you're setting yourself up for success in terms of finding the right person who wants the same things as you. Okay? That is how we do it. That is how it works. The quick answer, which we really don't have time for, is you need to get clear on exactly what you're looking for out of a partner and a partnership. Write it down on paper. I have an example of mine. So you're going to go on my page and you're going to look at like 6 posts ago. It says it's from, I think, May of 2012. Those are my non-negotiables, the things I wanted. It doesn't have to be yours. But just to give you an example, those are the things I wanted in a partner. Those are the things I prioritize. I do not make my list more than 6. When I work with my clients, and they will tell you, one of them just joined, I hold them to task. You cannot have more than 6. And the reason why I only allow 6 is because what happens many times is that when we have allow people to do whatever they want and they make a list of 30, it's impractical. And then they can't find anybody. And then everybody else is the problem. Oh, there's no good men out here. Yeah, because you're impractical. And not to say that this person is going to be a robot where there are only 6 behaviors or traits that you listed. Of course, they're going to be multifaceted. Of course, they're going to be so much more than just those 6, right? However, when you have a laundry list and you have an expectation that someone's going to be meeting all of these standards, that is not realistic. I'm not telling you to settle. I'm telling you to be realistic. 80-20 rule. You also don't have 30, 40 things that people are looking for. There are areas where you don't measure up to someone, which is A-okay, but we have to be realistic. So the first step, going back to the question, I'm a single mom. I took 3 years to myself and now I want a husband. I'm going to change that to now I want to date successfully so I can find the partner I deserve. How do I do it? You first need to get super clear on what you're looking for. How are you going to be able to find it? How am I going to be able to find a red pair of pumps if I don't know that they're red? I don't know that they're pumps. If I'm just looking for shoes, I'm going to be looking forever. I need to know that they're red. I need to know that they're pumps. I need to know that they're patent leather. I need to know that it's size 7. Like, you need clarity on what you're looking for in order to find it. That is the quick answer. And then the longer answer is click the link in my bio. Check out the free training where I talk about navigating dating successfully. It's free. It will not hurt you. Okay? First date with someone from a dating app. I vetted him. I have not been on a date in years. Help. Hi, Stashi. Thank you. First date with someone from a dating app. I vetted him. I have not been on a date in years. Help. I'm going to need something a little bit more specific than that. What's the help? You're going to look as good as you always look. You're going to have your best presentation. You're going to come in feeling confident and amazing. You're going to do like how we did in elementary school, middle school, high school. You're going to try on your outfit. Yes, I have 4 more weeks. Anwar. Well, any day now, but do 4 weeks. You are going to be the most amazing version of yourself. So you're going to walk in with confidence. You're going to try on your outfit. You're going to make sure your shoes feel good, right? You are going to check out where you're going in advance so that you can anticipate what shoes to wear, what outfit to wear, how comfortable you're going to be. You are going to be able to anticipate what's on the menu, what you might want to order in advance. Like, you just want to walk in confident and ready. You are going to know exactly what you're looking for in advance, the non-negotiables. And then you're going to have your questions ready. This is not the Spanish Inquisition. Pew, 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 pew. Just shooting off questions. You're going to throw in the regular stuff too. It's going to be conversational, but you're going to be prepared with something. Like, I know what I'm looking for. So there are going to be some key questions I'm just going to throw in the mix. Okay. And if you really really want like super detailed help, click the link in my bio. Check out my Dating 101 Masterclass. I think it's $37. It's 3 hours and I talk about navigating dating. Okay. But the quick answer is walk in super confident, be prepared to have something to talk about. Check out the environment before you go so that you know what to wear, what not to wear, what to order, what not to order. Are you allergic? What's the location? Like, you're prepared, just like you relatively would an interview, but more conversational. Okay. Had a fling with my best friend, which he ghosted me. I'm over him, but I think about him a lot. How do I stop thinking about him? Had a fling with my best friend, which he ghosted me. I'm over him, but I think about him a lot. How do I stop thinking about him? So the first thing is going to be, sis, you are not over him, because if you were over him, you'd be able to stop thinking about him and you wouldn't be sending me messages to answer your question on this live, which I do not mind, but this is the truth. If you were indeed over him, you would not be thinking about him a lot. You would be able to stop thinking about him, and you would not be submitting this question to me for me to answer on this live. Okay? So there is something that's lacking here. Maybe you miss the friendship, and that's where you can't stop thinking about him. Maybe it's not a romantic thinking. Maybe this thinking is romantic, Maybe you're upset because you feel played or taken advantage of, right? But there is some element to this where you're still attached. I have a free ebook. Click the link in my bio, scroll down to free resources, free ebook. It talks about how to move on from a relationship that didn't serve you. I'm going to give you the super fast answer though, because many of y'all too damn lazy to go click the link in the bio for free stuff, okay? My number one piece of advice, well, I'll give you number one. I'll try to give you as many as I can because we do have to move on, okay? I need you to remove all evidence of this human being out of your life. He's your friend. That means you don't have a child with him. That means you're not obligated to deal with him. You don't have a business with him, I would imagine. There's no reason why this human being should still be functioning in your life in any form or fashion. What do I mean by that? Absolutely no photos in your phone, no old text messages, no old emails. The actual contact that's saved is deleted. You don't have to unfriend them. I don't like giving people that level of feeling like they have that kind of power or authority over me. I'm going to mute them. I don't want to see them. Like, they have got to be erased from my life as if they do not exist. I am not friends with their friends. I'm not friends with their mother. I'm not friends with their father. I'm not friends with their dog. Everybody got to go. Everybody's getting cut off. Everybody. The house, the car, the kids, and the dog. Everybody's got to go. Because I need to remove this person from my environment, okay? That's the fastest, easiest piece of advice I can give you. That's number one. Number two, and there's 5 of them. Click the link in my bio. Check out the free ebook. It's there. Outline 5 things you can do. I gave you one. I'm going to give you one more, then I'm going to move on. The next thing is get off their social media. I don't know if you want it. This might be for somebody else who's on here. Get off their social media. There is nothing for you to see on their page. Nothing. You look at their page, they're having a good time. You're thinking, oh, why is he having a good time without me? You look on the page, he's having a terrible time. Oh, the time could have been better if we were together. You look on the page, you got a new girl. Oh, so you got you a new thing. And there's no winning here. It's a constant reminder you're stabbing yourself in the stomach and you're turning your own knife. And then you're surprised why you're still hurting. You're putting your own hand on your own hot stove and you're surprised why you're still hurting. I'm not watching this show anymore. I'm turning the television off. I'm getting off their social media. The other 3, click the link in my bio. Check out my free training. Okay? Okay. My ex professed his love to me after 1-year breakup. However, he lives with his current girlfriend. My ex professed his love to me after 1-year breakup. However, he lives with his current girlfriend. Guess what? I don't give an F what he called, text, what do you call it? With the bird brings the little tissue. I don't care. He has a current girlfriend. He lives with her. That is their business. That is their mess. You run and you stay away from this man. He is messy. He is problematic. He is only going to drag you into his foolishness. He lives with his woman. Let him stay with his woman and good luck to that woman. You have escaped. You continue your escape. Run, run, run. I see Old Faithful says he has a backup plan. Busy Bee says block him. Thai Baby says he's on the verge of being kicked out. He's probably looking for a place to live, a hobosexual, especially if he's in New York because the rent is so high. Yes, epitome of class. He's breadcrumbing. He's trying to keep you tagged. Absolutely not. Goodbye, sir. You live with your girlfriend. And even if he didn't live with her, which the living is like over the top outrageous, but he has a girlfriend. You figure out what you want to do with that romantically with that woman, and then perhaps I would consider maybe answering the phone for you. Perhaps I would consider maybe answering the phone for you. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. Advice on starting a relationship. Advice on starting a long-term. I can't read today. Advice on starting a relationship long distance. He's a trucker. I don't like that dynamic. Advice on starting a relationship long distance. He's a trucker. don't like the dynamic. All right. So, sorry, y'all. Gotta scratch the weave. Okay. If you have ever listened to me, and if you're in any of my coaching programs, I have said time and time again, we do not sign up for long distance relationships. Sorry, we do not sign up for long distance relationships because it is complicated enough to function and to build healthy relationships that are based in trust when homeboy is right here. It is hard enough. We are not going to set ourselves up for a situation from the get-go where this person is long distance and so the trust is already wavering. Now, if you are already in a committed relationship and this person then gets an opportunity of sorts, it's a great opportunity. I support you going. We'll talk about a plan that we'll put in place. We'll talk about how long you're going to be gone. How long is the contract? When can we be together? How much can we talk? Right? Like, I'll work it out if I'm already invested. I'm not signing up for struggle. I'm not signing up for a struggle. So to answer your question, my advice on starting a relationship long distance is not to start it. Now, I have someone in the comments says, what if he comes home every weekend? I said what I said. I'm not signing up for it. That's a good question, Grace. How many hours driving minimum is considered long distance? For me, the way that I define it is if I cannot practically get to work during the week, then you live too far. That's for me, right? So I'm here in New York City. If I were dating a gentleman who was in Jersey, even like if it's far, like South Jersey, I might not want to, but I can get up 2 hours early and drive to work. If I can't get to work because I have to go from Maryland to New York to get to work, that's impractical. So that's my standard. Everyone's standard is going to be different. But if I can't sleep at your house Monday through Thursday to get to work the next day, then that's to me considered a long distance relationship. If it's impractical for us to be together during the week because of the distance, then that's how I define it. But everyone's definition is going to be different. Okay, let's move on. Said he got out of rehab for drinking 2 months ago. Said he's different now. Asked for a date. Should I go? Oh, thank you, Jordana. Jordana said he looks so pretty pregnant. Thank you. Thank you very much. Said he got out of rehab for drinking 2 months ago. Said he's different now. Asked for a date. Should I go? $2 months. Busy Bee said 2 months. I just finished watching Flight again with Denzel. I love Denzel. And I'm really glad that I just finished. I'm not that familiar with addiction. I took a class like 10 years ago. So I just finished watching Flight. So I was gently reminded of how impactful addiction is and how much of an illness it is. 2 months is not what I would say is someone who is prepared to get back on the dating scene. I'm going to say that as I drink my cranberry juice. Of course, that has some liquor in it. Okay? 2 months ain't it. I'm going to need to see, they got like a chip that they get after a year or something like that. Like, I need to see that this person has really been in a position to be tested, that they know that, I mean, I understand the process is like a continuous thing, like you're always an addict and blah, blah. 2 months ain't it. He needs to establish and reestablish himself and his life, and dating is the least of his concerns right now. And the fact that he's trying to start dating before he's reestablishing some of those relationships that I'm sure if he went to rehab that's been potentially marred or destroyed, i.e. relationships with friends, with parents, with loved ones, he's moving too fast. He needs to slow it down. He needs to rebuild his life before he even starts to build a new life with someone else. 2 months ain't it. 2 months ain't it. Okay? How much do you share about your past relationships when you begin dating someone? How much do you share about your past relationships when you begin dating someone? So we're going to go with begin, right? The begin dating someone part. We're talking about the first couple of weeks. We're talking about the first couple of months. Guess what? I'm not sharing ish. Not much of it. Why? What's the value, right? A lot of people like to trauma dump and talk about all the things they've been through and how terrible it was. And it, to me, it's not valuable. What is valuable in the beginning of your dating process is for you to be clear on exactly what you're looking for out of a partner and out of a partnership, for you to be able to articulate it, not to them. You're not going to tell them, these are all the things I'm looking for in a man, so that they could show up and as a chameleon and pretend to be somebody that they're not. No, right? But you need to be clear on what you want, and then you need to know what questions to ask, what behaviors to pay attention to, so that you can assess whether or not that person's a good match. I ain't telling them much. If they ask me, I'll answer their question. Yeah, you know, what questions they ask, I'll respond. When's the last time you were in a relationship? Oh, I was in a long-term relationship last year. It lasted 2 months. Well, what went wrong? We didn't want the same things. We didn't see eye to eye. We didn't have the same values. I'm not going to be there and run down a whole list of, and then he had a baby on me. Like, I'm not doing all that. Because what's the value? This person knowing how tough of a time I had in my former relationship does what? Absolutely not. So I'll answer the questions. I'm not going to be rude, but I'm not going to go into a whole tailspin of what went wrong. I need to know what I want. I need to know what questions I have to ask in order to assess it, what behaviors I need to observe in order to see whether or not the person's a good match for me. Over time, a seemingly good match, because someone can seem like a good match at first and it changes later, and that's okay. It's a process. Dating is a process. And that's it. I'm not sharing a lot about my ex. You ask me questions, I'll answer it within reason. I'll ask you a few questions within reason. But I'm not that concerned about how you may have treated your exes in the past. I'm just not. I'll be honest with you. Because one, the way that you treat them may not be the way that you treat me. And two, I don't even know if you're telling me the truth anyway. So what's the value? Okay? Female here. After 1 year, I found out he lived a bisexual lifestyle before me. Should I stay with him? Female here. After 1 year, I found out he lived a bisexual lifestyle before me. Should I stay with him? I've gotten a question like this before, and I'm going to answer it the same way that I've answered it before, okay? If you are willing to date someone who has an identity that is on the spectrum or is fluid, then that's what you're willing to do. I can't answer that question for you. If you decide that someone who is living a fluid lifestyle is an acceptable person to date, then you decide that. I can't answer that for you. If you measure masculinity based on this gentleman's interactions with men and women, and it's important to you, again, that's how you define it. If that's how you define masculinity, and it's a major turnoff for you, then that means it's not going to work for you. But there are plenty of people women who are dating, have dated, are engaged, are married to. I know somebody who's engaged right now, who's dating, or engaged to, not dating, a man who was bisexual. She found that to be acceptable. What your non-negotiables are your non-negotiables, and no one can tell you otherwise. Someone said he should have been told you that. Yep. But it's on to you. You have to decide what's an appropriate match. You have to decide what you find acceptable. You have to decide where you will be flexible. I don't appreciate after a year, and she said found out as if he didn't tell her. I don't appreciate that, but I don't know the deets. You have to decide that, sis. I can't decide that for you. Okay? We need to take a little break after that one. How many more we got? Because oh Lord, I'm tired. Y'all asking questions, and y'all supposed to be asking questions in the question queue because y'all know the rules. My name is Alison. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve. Every Wednesday, usually around 5 o'clock, but I have some appointments this evening. So today is 1 o'clock. I do this live Q&A. How does it work? I put in my stories every week. This story looks exactly the same. And it says to drop your questions in the box. Do not DM me because I cannot find it when you DM me. You put it in the box, and that is how I answer those questions. I do not answer questions on the live. I do not have the time. I love you. I don't have it. Okay? So you got to make sure you do it in advance. I also send text messages, so you can join my text list. Click the link in my bio. I send emails, so you can join my email list. Click the link in my bio, and I say, hey, I'm about to go live. Do you want to ask a question? Click here to do so. Okay? Excelente. Is it important to talk every day when you start dating? Is it important to talk every day when you start dating? When you say talk, do you mean on the phone? I would not say it is important that we talk on the phone every single day. Voice talk. I think it's important that we communicate every single day. So if that's talk, as well as text, there should be communication that occurs every day. Because if we're dating, we're getting to know each other. How are we able to do that if we have these huge, in a practical timeline, if we have these huge gaps of time in between? And if you don't have the time, that means you don't have the time to date. So, should there be communication every day? Yes. Should you be talking on the phone every day? That might not be practical depending on your schedule or the schedule of the person that you're dating. Okay? He likes me more than I like him. Should I continue dating to see if I eventually catch up? He likes me more than I like him. Should I continue dating to see if I eventually catch up? Now, this depends. When you say that he likes you more than you like him, do you like him? Because liking you more doesn't mean that you don't like him. It just means he likes you more, right? If you don't like him, then do not date this man. Do not encourage this man. Do not give this man false hope. Do not spend this man's money. If you don't like him, if you're not interested in him romantically, then it is over. Move on. Just like we would want a gentleman to do to us. There is this unfairness. Right? And trust me, there's an imbalance on both sides. But in this particular case, this unfairness of women like leading men on and thinking that's acceptable. And then when they do it to us, it's the end of the world. If you don't like this man, leave this man alone. Okay? Okay. If you do like him, then there's no expectation of catching up. Relationships ebb and flow. If this becomes a relationship, it ebbs and flows. So if you like him, continue to see him, but don't have an expectation at some point of, oh, am I going to catch up? Maybe. And maybe you'll surpass him, and then it'll be up, it'll be a down, it'll be a good, it'll be a bad. That's the nature of the game. I will say, and I know that the gentlemen particularly will not like this, who are on this live and whoever will listen thereafter, is that I think the most successful relationships are relationships where the guy likes the girl just a little bit more. Now, I just said we're not wasting people's time. We're not using them. We're not taking advantage of them. But I really do believe that but if a gentleman likes a woman a little bit more, then that relationship tends to be more successful. That's what I believe. I'm just saying, okay? But again, I'm not even confident that you like this guy. I know the guys ain't gonna like that, but it's the truth. And I'm going to tell you why. Now I'm going to get on my soapbox and I'm going to tell you why I believe that's the case. I believe it is the case that if a man likes a woman a little bit more than that woman likes a man, again, not taking advantage of people. You just like me a little bit more. You care about me a little bit more. You love me a little bit more. It's because women are going to be more inclined to stick in a relationship and push through difficult times, right? Not even necessarily being 100% in love, but they're going to be more inclined to stick through and push through. because they have time invested, because they have societal pressures. We've been together for X amount of years. I just don't want to give up. They have marriage on their mind. They're limited biologically, right? So we are more inclined to stick in with something, to stick by something and someone, even if our emotionality is not 100%. Men do not think like that, generally speaking. They don't. So if they are not invested emotionally, then they are going to be more inclined to look elsewhere. And they have the time, they have the flexibility, and they don't have the societal pressures that women have. So that means that they are in a better position to move on than a woman is. I know you don't like it. I don't care. I'm the expert. You're on my life. All right. So, how many more questions do we have? Can online dating work? Yes. 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 You must be new to my page, and it's okay. Online is just one vehicle that folks can use in order to meet people. Look, a dating app is a virtual bar. A dating app is a virtual bar, okay? It is an opportunity, or a virtual brunch, or virtual whatever the hell you want to call it, right? It's an opportunity for you to meet people, to see if there's any kind of romantic spark. We then go from the app, we take that person off the app ideally, we get on the phone, we go on the date, and then we see whether or not this can continue. It is just an opportunity to meet people. Online dating is not magical. It's just an opportunity to meet people that you normally would not be able to come across under normal circumstances. For whatever reason, you don't run in the same circles. For whatever reason, you never cross each other in the street, or you didn't notice. You were focused on whatever else. You didn't notice each other at the bar. You didn't notice each other at Barnes and Noble. You didn't notice each other at Starbucks. You didn't notice each other on the train, right? It is just an opportunity to meet someone. And then what you should be doing very quickly, which is what I teach in my coaching program, is how to transition from on the app to off the app. So can online dating work? Yes. Just like offline dating works, because we should not be living on the app, dating through the app forever. It is an opportunity to meet people that you would not have normally met or noticed for whatever reason. Distance a little bit longer, social circle a little bit different career paths. That's all. So can online dating work? Yes. I have a wedding that I'm missing on September 3rd in Virginia for one of my clients who met on Match, and so many other clients who have met through online dating. Online dating is just the beginning. It's just the spark. We then take that person, or they take us, off of the internets and into reality. Absolutely, online dating can work. Okay, I'm going to take one more question. What did I miss? Okay, I'll take this one. How to approach a guy. Okay, so she says online dating is blah. If online dating is blah, then in-person dating is blah. Maybe the approach is blah. Maybe you're not really trying. Maybe you're not clear on what you're looking for, so you're not asking the right questions. Excuse me. Gassy pregnant lady. Online dating is blah. Your experience has been blah, but have you been strategic in your approach? Right? Like, it can't, if it's the same human beings who are online are the same human beings that are offline. Okay? So if online dating is blah, that means your offline dating is blah. And then how is it that other people are able to find success? That there got to be something else. There's got to be some other element. Okay. Lakeshore Trill says, I met my current boyfriend and the boyfriend before that online. Okay. Some apps are just for getting laid. Some apps for pen pals. Some apps are for meeting quality people. Relatively speaking, Jonathan, I would disagree with you. Yes, there are some that are clearly like just getting laid. Right. But what I would say is it all depends on how much you engage. I'm not doing the pen pal thing with you because I'm going to cut this off at day 3. So if you were looking for a pen pal, good luck to you. Find somebody else. I am not going to engage in this pen pal situation, right? I am not going to engage in a let's get laid situation. I'm not going to someone's house. I saw that question, and let me get that question. Something about going to somebody's house. Dang. I thought I saw it. Okay. I'm not going to people's houses, right? Like, you have to set yourself up for success. And sometimes folks set themselves up for failure and then say that the thing doesn't work. The thing doesn't work because you're not working it. The gym doesn't work for me. You know why? Because I don't go. Diet does not work for me. You know why? Because I don't diet. As a matter of fact, I'm about to eat an ice cream cone for lunch. But I cannot turn around and say that diet and exercise doesn't work for me if I'm not working it or I'm not working it appropriately. Okay? Now, last question. I just said, how do you approach a guy? This is from a woman. And she says, how do you approach a guy? I'm not sure on how to answer that because it seems so straightforward to me. So I apologize in advance if I'm answering this in a way that seems like I'm trying to be slick. I'm really not trying to be slick for once in my life. Okay? Really for once in my life. So you're going to literally walk up to them, right? So how do you approach somebody? You literally move your feet. You walk up, right, to this person if you're meeting them in person. And you are going to say, hi, my name is Alison. How are you? Hi, my name is Alison. I've never seen you over here before. Hi, my name is Alison. Are you new to the neighborhood? Hi, my name is Alison. I'm at such and such game night. Are you friends with such and such? Like, you're going to literally walk over and you're going to engage in conversation. That's it. There's no magic. There's no pickup line. Like, that's not a thing, right? Like, you're going to walk over and you are going to engage in conversation. And that's all. Thank you for everybody who's purchasing a badge. I don't know why Instagram won't let me look at the list, but I see Miss J. Lou. I saw Taylor. Thank you so much for purchasing a badge. Marlon for purchasing a badge. We have Lionel. I think I got that right. Thank you for purchasing a badge. And Jacka Black. I'm going to go. I'm hot as hell. The problem is I put the AC on, I'm too cold, and I take it off and I'm too hot, and it's just a lot. I'm going to leave on this note. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. My intention is to still do this live every week on Wednesdays at some point in the day, and I hope that you can catch it. If you have questions, you again have to put it in my stories, guys. You cannot put it in the DMs. I will not see it. I will not read it. I will not engage. And I will come on here and I will answer these questions for you for free. If you are interested in doing a one-on-one session because you have some stuff that you want to work out and you need some advice about a specific issue, this is not Alison, teach me how to date. That's a whole process that I teach over months, right? But you have a very specific issue. It's longer than what I can share over live. You click the link in my bio, you book a call, an alignment call. That's for advice. If you want to join a coaching program, it is closed until the winter because I'm about to have a baby and I need a break, i.e. all the mess that's in the back of my house, right? I need to get it together. So I'm not having any groups until the winter. Okay, I don't know what that looks like. That might be November. That might be December. I just don't know. But if you want to do one-on-ones, I can fit one-on-ones into my life because there's more flexibility. Okay. Nonetheless, if you have a question about what call to book, DM me and I can answer it. All right. I love you all. I'm out of here. And I think that's it. Adios. Bye.